LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
LoveLine.
Hey, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew. Knock it off. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist.
You seem particularly irritable tonight.
Yeah, I guess I am.
What's going on?
I had to take a crap in the yard last night about 1 a.m. I'm still reeling from that.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Isn't that something you and your friends sort of practiced? I mean, you got pretty good at it over the years, didn't you?
My anus is out of shape for the yard work.
I see.
I'm a toilet seat man now.
The yard work is, in fact, special kind. You never did get that special seat, did you?
Okay. Listen,
Okay.
we have many things to cover tonight.
All right.
Let's not leave our guest flapping out in the wind here. Bryce Johnson is our guest tonight from Popular, the very popular new WB show, Wednesday nights. Thursday nights, 8 o'clock.
It's all the same.
On the WB. And you weren't at the Supercross last night, were you?
No, good God, no. I was, who knows? I don't remember. I think I was in my apartment.
I had a good time last night. I went to that Supercross, and I think Jeremy should be coming on here.
Did you see him?
Yeah, I talked to him. He won. Everything was good. I talked to him for a few minutes. He didn't know when he was coming on, and I didn't know when he was coming on. And then I went home and crapped in the yard. I hear it's Tuesday. We'll get to Popular in just 1 second.
He's
but first,
coming in Tuesday, yeah.
well, theoretically.
Tuesday in the Pacific, west of the Mississippi Tuesday.
Yeah. He'll be in here. Don't worry about that. And so will everyone else. But again, Bryce Johnson, our guest tonight. And good sports name, that Bryce Johnson.
Well, you know.
Yeah. I was reading here that you're a jock, and then I read it was soccer and golf, and I went, pfft.
I love all sports, man. I don't particular self to my one. I just I focus on a sport. I'll play it for a month and I'll drop it.
You know what I'm going to do with my kids when it comes to golf?
Not teach them.
I got a lot of things I'm going to do to my kids, and I know some of them are sort of contrary, because how am I going to keep them chained to the radiator and locked in the basement until they're 24 and then teach them how to play golf? I'm going to work that out. Hopefully there'll be some technology to allow me to do that in some virtual world by the time they get to that age. But there's tons of guys I know, and they all want to be good at golf, and they just can't. Because you either play golf before the age of 15 or you don't. Yeah. And if maybe 18. But if you don't get in a few rounds before your 18th birthday, you will then suck for the rest of your life. You can spend $7,000 worth of clubs, $20,000 worth of
expensive sport.
Yes, you can
college shirts.
Arnold Palmer could come in and sodomize you while you were teeing off, and it wouldn't do a lick of good after your 15th birthday.
It's like music or skiing or other sorts of
violin,
skills,
whatever. Yeah. You can sort of, you'll be better than a guy who's never done it, but you'll never be any good.
Right. You know what got me into golf was watching Caddyshack.
Really?
That's when
I was
like,
old.
This sport is cool.
Now, when did you get started?
In what, golf? Or
yeah.
Caddyshack. Because that's a whole other story.
Well, golf.
Golf. I just started playing when I was I think about 11. And just did it in the summers. And then I started working at golf jobs, which is where I became good. So,
listen, I'm telling you, you could play for 6 months from 11 to 12. 6 months. Then you could do heroin and smoke crack and drink Everclear for 30 years, and you would still beat a guy who started after he was 18 and had professional instruction.
Yep.
That's the beauty of it. So, Drew, what are we going to do?
We're not going to play golf.
We're going to kill ourselves. That is right.
I will fall over dead before my kids will actually play that sport.
All right.
When would you have time to play golf?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I understand the thing of having 4 hours and not wanting to spend it with your family.
Of leisure time.
But
this is bizarre to me.
Yeah, that's the reason you do it.
Because you have too much leisure time?
No, because people talk about playing golf, but it's really an excuse to get out of the house, get away from your wife, away from your kids, away from your boss, and walk around somewhere on some grass with a whole bunch of other guys who are there for the exact same reason.
Right.
Wouldn't you rather exercise or play like an active sport during
you chase your ball into the rough enough, you get a good workout.
Running around a golf
I think all the cussing doing in golf gets your energy up.
Plus,
there's frustration.
There's a lot of superfluous swinging of the clubs. banging it, beating the crap out of your golf bag with your club, swinging it at other players, that kind of stuff. Good upper body.
I have a frustration, quick golf story there. I was golfing, working at the golf course, caddying for the guy. I saw him. He was so close to being done. 16th hole, throws his entire bag into the lake. All of his golf buddies are laughing. He's cussing. Walks away. So now he comes back. This is like 5 minutes later. He just walked to the garage. Comes back. Now he's pissed. Now he's rolling up his pants. He's rolling up his shirt. He's going in.
He's not drinking either, is he?
Who knows by this time?
Yeah,
Who
there's
knows?
drinking going on out
This
there.
guy goes back into the lake, is covered chest high into the mucky water lake, ruins his entire outfit, gets his golf bag, and from the front pocket takes out his car keys, lifts the golf bag and throws it back into the lake, walks out and drives away.
So his mistake wasn't heaving the bag, it was leaving his car
Leaving
keys
your
in
car
the bag.
keys.
Speaking of leaving the car keys, that's where my keys were. Not in my golf bag, but in my house last night when I returned.
Nice.
Luckily, I had the Haida key, which I promptly snapped off in the lock, in the deadbolt. Then I realized, and I'd started the ticker on the crap bomb, about 10 minutes earlier driving up the hill. Like an animal, like a bear. I was out in that yard. It's funny when you survey your yard and you go, where's a decent place to crap? Like you go, should I crap on the lawn? Nah.
Oh my God.
Crap over here by the vegetables? I got some open dirt here, but there's also food. See, where should I crap?
We're just. I know you're.
I'm going to leave a bucket out there.
Don't crap where you eat.
No, I know you're laid out pretty.
Too late.
By the jacuzzi there, is that where you went?
No, I crapped over by the dirt there where the garden is.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's nice.
Then I got up this morning. I thought, I better take care of it. 'Cause someone's going to stumble onto this,
So to speak.
Yes. All right. So maybe the rest of the break.
Say you have a big dog.
Oh, did I have to break in? Yeah, but that dog doesn't leave a paper towel next to the Duke. That's what I was thinking of.
Listen, I remember hearing a morning show that will go unnamed in one of the local stations here in Los Angeles. A guy lost it, and he went over into a cat box. And his girlfriend came in right after that and went, oh my God, something wrong with the cat. Took him to the vet, went through a whole deal, and he couldn't say anything.
That is, that's
Craps like a
good.
Doberman.
Mark,
Yeah,
you're 19 years old.
yeah.
What's up?
All right. Main question, I guess, is just trying to convince the girlfriend about the morning after pill because she's completely against abortion, and we've already had a child, and obviously we don't want to have another one anytime soon.
What about just plain old contraception the way it was designed to be used?
I don't know. That's not nothing we've ever used. I don't like it. It takes everything away from it.
What are you talking about, Mark? Listen, let me be very clear about something. Emergency contraception is never supposed to replace contraception.
I don't know if that's what he's asking, or did you already have sex and think she might be pregnant?
Well, no, there's been an issue, because usually I'll just pull out in time, but there's been an issue where maybe, my child wouldn't have been obviously born if she would have done this to begin with, because there was a moment where we were pretty sure something happened, and went through all the procedures and finding out where I could even find this thing after talking to many places and getting rejected by Planned Parenthood and places like that.
What? Hold on a second.
Egotard.
Egotard. That's my new word. It's egotist meets retard. That's what that's all we have calling the show. First off, this guy has a kid, and he's still just pulling out. And he doesn't, he consider only form of birth control he's aware of is the condom. He's not yet heard of this revolutionary thing called the pill, which came around 33 years ago. Let's get back with Mark. Hey, Mark?
You didn't even let me finish my story.
Listen, I don't want to hear the end of it. You need to use birth control. She needs to get on the pill. Do you understand the pill?
Totally understand. She's been on it, not an issue.
All right.
Let me finish. I could have got there.
Is she on it now? Well, it's too late for that. Is she on it now?
She's not on it now, but we're not even having sex right now.
All right.
It's not even an issue.
Why aren't you having sex?
A number of reasons. One, no time. We're both working. Not working. We're with our daughter. Doing life, whatever you want to say about it.
Well, wait a minute. You're 19. You're not having sex with your girlfriend,
No.
once a month?
I forgot he was 19 talking like that. Wow.
Hey, once.
Well, that could bring us into a totally different question.
Okay, you guys aren't getting along too well?
That part is okay. You know, obviously we have our bumps, but it's the whole who's getting what out of it.
Okay, but listen, Mark, number one, you don't want to have another kid, right?
No, obviously not.
And you probably are going to have sex with her again.
Yep.
So
Okay.
when you do have sex with her
Make
again,
sure she's on the pill.
she's going to have to be on the pill
That's
because
it.
you don't like condoms.
Okay.
That's
so
it.
get her on the pill, and the morning after pill is not an option because she'll be on the pill, and it's not supposed to be used as birth control anyway.
The old baby.
Okay.
Do you
All
understand
right,
that?
Mark? Mark,
Are you ready for a little bit more interesting question?
All right, go. Go.
She supposedly has never had an orgasm.
all right.
Fascinating.
I can't believe it.
I'm so interested in that.
I had 3 in the first 50 seconds I was talking to you, Mark. Mark, listen, more oral sex. And by the way, how's she going to have an orgasm? Because you guys never have sex.
And there's
Well,
more.
oral. I've never had. I mean, I don't sleep around a lot, but
Look, a lot. Oh my God. This poor girl.
No,
but you got to marry her
maybe
anyway.
not on her. Listen, Mark, number one priority, don't have any more kids. Can you imagine this guy's dad?
Get married. Listen, I was reading some data tonight. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 3 births are this day and age, this year, to unmarried women.
Yeah.
1 in 3.
I believe
It sounds
that.
pretty good from doing this show.
50% of women have experienced at some time in their life an unintended pregnancy.
Yeah.
1 in 2.
That's wow.
You saying that 50% is 1 and 2?
That means half the women I meet
have had a pregnancy. Most
Yeah.
of them abortion.
Word.
Good.
Word.
That's why we need that morning after. John,
yeah,
you 29?
yeah.
What's up? God, did I hate that Mark. Jeez, what a pain in the ass. I used to work with guys like that all
He
day
sounded
long.
36.
I
Yeah,
know.
he did,
Well,
didn't
that's what
I
happens.
don't have time for my wife.
Well, that's what happens
Jackie
when
Gleason. Right?
Alice, when you're driving a bus all
When I
day.
come home.
Wow.
All right, Sean, go ahead.
Not trying to get back on the anal thing that you've discussed earlier, but
That wasn't tonight, was it?
I was talking about crapping in my yard.
Oh, I
there
see.
you go.
I
That.
don't know where you think
Close
that
enough.
crap comes from, but it's
I'm
not the
still
crap
laughing from
fairy.
the night before in the fart humor. I'm sorry, but farts are funny.
Thank you. I'm wearing sweatpants tonight, so that won't be an option.
Danger,
Great.
danger, warning. No, my question is, for like the past 8 years, I've never considered it a problem because I never had any effects from it. Sometimes when I'm on the stool, taking a dump, or whatever term you want to use, bowel movement, sometimes I will find semen in the toilets.
Yeah, you got to tell Roberto to pull out.
I'm not gay. Not gay. Is this... Didn't know...
Listen, just because you take in the ass every once in a while, don't make you gay.
Doesn't make you a bad guy.
No.
Well, I'm sure this is more of a question for Dr. Drew.
Drew, how'd that get in there?
Shut up, right? Wasn't that the message from you?
Yeah, how'd that get in there?
Are you certain that it's semen and not just mucus? I mean, how the hell can you tell the difference?
Well, it's very white and viscous.
I think it's just mucus.
Is that normal?
Well, some people have mucus normally, and some people have it as part of an inflammatory process.
You know what mucus in your bowel is called?
No.
Ducus.
It's mucus ducus.
So it's nothing else to be concerned.
Drew,
It's not.
don't regurgitate my fine comedy. It was fine how it was. All right, so Sean, so you'd say it's mucus, right, Drew?
Yeah.
And what would you do about that?
Nothing. It can be normal. If he's having diarrhea, if he's having abdominal pain, if there's any other symptom, then he needs to have some.
Where can you get the
endoscopy.
mucus going? Anywhere?
Hang on a second. Yeah. Well, any opening to the outside world. Yeah.
Nose,
Nose, ears,
Eyes.
ears probably.
ears. You don't hear about it. Ears, but once in a while you get that, like you get something crusty
Drain,
in there.
drain. It's not really mucus then, so ears don't really produce it. You need
Mouth, nose, eyes.
You need a glandular tissue.
Penis
Yeah, that can produce.
and anus.
Yeah, lungs.
You
lungs
covered 'em
produce
all.
it.
Nice.
Is it good to cone your ears?
To wet your ears?
Cone them, get the wax. I saw
candle?
my friend cone his
Oh,
ears.
please.
The candling?
I saw like
I
a half
tried
a
that
pound
once.
of crap come out of his head, and he had a headache for 3 weeks.
I can't
Dizzy.
tell.
All the whoa.
That
Yeah,
is
I
bad
tried that
behavior.
myself. I also lit my head and the sofa on fire. You lay on your. Have you seen this, Drew?
I know. Here's what you do. You take a little squirt of water, squirt it in, the same crap comes out, except it actually cleans the canal.
Okay,
And we're
here-
just talking about, all that is just the canal. When you put your finger in there, that's loaded up with wax, and that's what comes out.
But that's a lot of wax in somebody's head.
I pulled out. You wouldn't believe I pulled out people's
But you
ears.
don't know with that coning And let me explain coning. Coning is...
It's only done in Los Angeles, by
It's
the way.
holistic. It's an LA thing.
Oh,
It's
please.
definitely.
Oh,
All right, well,
jeez.
that's why I'm explaining it, boys, because we have other listeners. This is a thing that looks like it's a wax cone. It's as if you took a sheet of notebook paper and sort of curled it up to make a cone so that the big end was maybe,
Right.
3/4 of an inch or an inch wide, and it went down to about 1/4 inch. And it was the length of like a sheet of notebook paper.
Beeswax.
You put it in your ear. You you punch a hole in the paper plate and put some like tinfoil on it or something so it doesn't. Then you lay on your side. Then you punch this thing in your ear. Then you light it.
On fire.
And it burns pretty good.
Big flame.
I mean, it's not like the menorah candle. It burns. And as it burns, the theory is that it creates some sort of hot air that goes down the cone, breaks up whatever wax is in your ear, and then the vacuum created by the hot air rising sucks it out. And there's all sorts of like crackling and whatnot. But I thought it was the wax of the cone, basically, that was... burning and crackling. I didn't know if it was the wax that was in my head or not, but...
You had it done?
Yeah, I tried it, yeah.
Oh, God. Did you have wax come out?
I don't know. I lit the den on fire. I didn't know what was
preoccupation
going on.
with, like, normal production.
How
of
cool
debris.
does that sound, though?
Oh,
You know, the idea
please.
that you can melt
We're talking about something.
what's in your head.
It's not in here. It's outside your body entirely.
Right.
It was cool how much I saw because there was a lot of it.
Well,
I couldn't believe that was in his head. I thought maybe he'll be better for it.
Really? Did it come out of there?
I'm telling
Also-
you, take a handful of maybe
No.
wax Play-Doh of maybe that big, like a cup
But how
of
do
a
you know
golf
that
ball.
wasn't the candle? Do you know what I'm saying?
Different colored.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
And
And the
it-
guy had a headache for 2 weeks.
it tastes
I'm sure he cleared out his
Well,
head.
it probably also popped his eardrum. That's the other thing.
Could have happened.
All right, so don't bother with the coning.
Bad.
And they're not cheap either. All that holistic crap's expensive.
Well, there's actually more money spent on that, or as much as on traditional healthcare, which is
Yeah, I believe that.
bizarre.
Kim?
That's all out of your pocket.
Kim,
Yeah?
you're 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I love you guys.
Thank you.
I watch your show. I listen to your show every night.
Thanks.
I was wondering, I have a paper out at night, and I see this guy that's always up working on his computer, and I was wondering how I could meet him.
When you say paper out,
Yeah, I deliver the paper at night.
the local paper?
Yeah.
Which paper?
Free press.
Yeah, when I said local, I didn't mean, I know it sounded stupid because I know you didn't drive to Chicago, get the Tribune, and then drive back to wherever you are and deliver it. But what I mean is sometimes there's flyers or whatever. You're delivering to people who subscribe to it, or just you hit every house?
I subscribe to it.
Okay, so this guy gets your paper, and he subscribes to it. And
Well, he only gets it on the weekend.
but he's been on your route for how long?
I've only had it for like 2 months.
2 months. And you deliver on Sunday to his house?
Saturday and Sunday.
Early in the
Saturday
morning?
and Sunday.
Early in the morning?
Yeah.
4 in the morning, or?
From 2 to 4.
So he's up from the night before. And how do you see him? Through the window?
Yeah.
What is it that intrigues you about him?
He
What?
crapped in his
yard.
lawn once, yeah. Women dig that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what's intriguing about him other than him being up?
I don't know. He just looks kind of cute, and I saw him a couple days ago when I was going to get the papers, and he actually looked kind of cute. And I didn't really think twice about him before.
Well, now, how did you see him when he was going to get the paper?
He was driving.
How old is he, you think?
He looks about my age.
Uh-huh.
Do you have his email address or anything?
Good
No.
idea.
Ooh,
I
he's
don't
at
know
the
who he is.
computer.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an idea, though. Couldn't she slip a little note into the paper?
I was thinking that.
I
Yeah.
thought about that, but I don't want to embarrass him.
But that she could lose her job for that.
Yeah.
Who cares? You lose your route.
Yeah,
I lost my route when I was 14. I didn't care then. Come on.
It's good money.
Oh, please. Listen, if you can't afford to lose your paper route, you got some serious trouble.
No, look, that's
a
job.
bad... hold on now,
My second
Drew.
job anyway.
Oh, there you go.
But I mean, this is a hardworking woman. Second job.
No kidding.
And it's just unethical to use the
Like,
product that you
Kim,
deliver.
do you ride a bike? Do you have your folks drive you?
I drive my truck.
All right, listen.
How about honking the horn and smiling?
Well, he's up. Yeah, I mean,
It's up.
okay.
It's like the second floor. You can't see my face.
Okay, Kim, let me give you some pearls here. First off, people that are up all night love it when other people are up with him. There's
can agree
nothing.
to that.
There's nothing worse. I come home from this show at 12:30 at night. Sometimes I can't sleep. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm sitting around in my underpants and I'm thinking to myself, who can I call? Who wants to hang
waiting
out?
for a girl to
Who
come
wants
by
to
to say
watch
hi.
TV? Who wants to
Adam,
do anything?
Make a mental note. Don't ever call me at that hour. You got it?
Drew. Drew only has to be up in 4 hours. I'll call him. Yeah. I mean, he'd probably hang out with you just because you were awake. I mean,
Right.
I mean, he would.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I think you ought to just. How do you look? You look all right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, because here's the thing. Here's the problem. Paper person is not the sexiest job. You know, like when someone goes,
I'm a
what?
wedding photographer, too. So.
Okay, well, I'd stick with that except for the part about you bringing him his paper. That's going to tip him off. I tell you, is he in his bathrobe or what's he wearing?
I can't really tell. Regular clothes, I guess.
All right. Do you guys think that knocking on the door? I mean, what about this?
Yeah, why not?
How about, he doesn't have a woman there,
It's a friendly
does
neighbor.
Well, it's a 2-story house, and I kind of think he lives with his parents because there's like 5 cars usually there.
he? So you can't go bang on the door.
No.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I think you should do. How do you know it's his paper? Maybe his dad gets hold of it and opens it.
Probably. That's why I didn't want to leave a note because his
Yeah.
his dad might see it or something.
Now we're getting into. Do you know which car is his?
Yeah.
You do.
There you go.
You do.
But they'll see me get out and put a note on there.
They'll see you get out and put a note. Yeah, go ahead.
Be
I think
sneaky.
I'm robbing them.
Just put a little note on there. Tell him you deliver the paper. You see that he's up.
You put your email address on there.
You're both night
Yep.
owls.
Put your
Just
email
give it a
address,
look.
and
Do you
if-
have an email address?
Yeah.
If
You
he's-
do?
If he's
All right.
interested, he'll let you know. That's all.
Yeah, guys.
He's definitely
going to
be interested. I'll tell you right now, if that guy's on his computer every night at 4 in the morning and a girl leaves a note on his car, let's be honest,
All right.
he's going to be interested.
And tell him you know he masturbates excessively because after like 2:30, it's just all whack time after that. That's all that is.
That's all you can do at that early in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. You have to. Nobody stays up that late and doesn't do that. All right, Sarah.
We want a break.
You're 19, Sarah.
Yeah.
We'll be fast. You just got married. And
boy.
you're a virgin
Yeah, and so was my husband.
when you got married,
Yeah.
and you can't have an orgasm. And you had sex on your honeymoon, right?
Yeah.
It was a
How was
glorious
that?
experience.
What?
Did it suck?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Is he listening?
Yeah.
Classic.
All right, Sarah, if it sucked, just don't say anything, all
Not
right?
twice if it was really, really bad. No.
Oh, it had those signs.
Yeah, it had to. It wasn't.
Why?
It's the first time.
It sucked because he was too big, right?
It kind of hurt.
Yeah, because he's a...
Well, he was a virgin too, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't know what he was doing either.
All right.
All right, Sarah, hang on.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. Well, are you guys religious?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll explain what kind of sex God likes. All right?
Okay.
All right, hold on. After this.
worth waiting.
We'll be right back with more.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz. This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Bryce Johnson's our guest tonight from Popular on WB Thursday nights, 8 o'clock. And when we left off, we were talking to, Drew, start with
I'm on.
this job. Would you, brother? Drew?
Yep.
The hardest working man in show business, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
Dr. Drew.
He works very hard on everything except for this show.
Hey, you know what I'm doing? Let me tell you what
No,
I'm doing. Yes.
not interested.
Yes.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Let me say what I'm doing.
Okay, say what you're doing.
Forget it.
No, go ahead.
Forget it.
No, now I feel bad. Go.
Forget it.
What are you doing?
I'm posting something in the forum at drdrew.com. We're looking for some information that you guys could help us out with. It's Dr. DDP in the news section. So just log on to that and tell me what you think. Answer that.
What is it? What's the question?
Not
Whatever.
Enter, I did not enter a title. Okay, the title is "We Need Your Help."
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go out and get some dry cleaning, and I'm going to pick up some fast food. Chinese?
Yeah.
You guys all right?
Beef and broccoli, please.
All right. So, meanwhile, we'll still stay on the air so I can get paid, right, Drew?
Yeah, sure.
Is that how it works?
No, I'll
hold
it
the
up for
fort
you.
down.
We will. We'll hold it for you.
Yeah.
All right. Sarah?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're a virgin, or you were a virgin,
Mhm.
and they just got married.
Yeah.
Your husband is a virgin as well,
Yeah.
and sex wasn't so great. It was okay,
Yeah.
because he's listening. And you want to have sex again. You want to have an orgasm this time, right?
Yeah.
Practice.
And what religion, what faith are you guys?
Mormon.
And was it uncomfortable having sex? Was your hymen still intact?
I think so.
All right. And how long did it last? Not too long?
Not too long.
Yeah. It's only supposed to last 3 to 5 minutes. Is that about average there?
Yeah.
Okay. A little on the short side, but yeah. And did your husband seem to enjoy himself?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about any oral sex?
Not really.
Okay. Let me...
Did he come? Did he get off?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, guys, come on.
Sure. And it was good, right?
Yeah, for guys.
It's a little biblical joke there. Okay, so here's the deal. We know he can have an orgasm. We got no problem with that. That plumbing works fine, and it's going to take him 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially since he's been waiting for 19 or 20 years. How old is he?
He's 19.
Okay, but put him on the phone. Let me speak to him.
Okay, I have to go get him.
Where is he?
He's in the other room.
Is he riding his bike in a circle?
No.
Does he know you're calling?
Don't Mormons always have to be on bicycles?
Always.
Yeah.
Always?
That's part of the problem. Well, maybe they'll delay his ejaculation a little bit.
I see. Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go get him. I'm gonna tell him how to satisfy you.
All right.
And if he doesn't, I'll come over there and do it myself, or at least have one of my representatives swing by, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Hezekiah?
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
Jeff.
All right, Jeff.
Okay,
I believe
Jeff.
you. I believe you, Jeff.
All right, Jeff. Listen, we were talking to your lovely new bride, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, you know, I sit here and I make fun of religion all the time.
Yeah.
But what I wouldn't give to get myself a nice, unsoiled woman like yourself.
Way to go, man. That's
You
cool.
know what I'm saying? Get that virgin. Your wedding night is it's combination honeymoon and Christmas. You know, you get to open that package. It's never been opened before. No kid has ever played with that toy.
Nope.
All right, but we'd like you to do a little better job with her, Jeff. And we know everything works well for you. I mean, the plumbing's there and everything, right?
Yeah.
So let me explain what women want. They want jewelry and oral sex.
In that order.
Now, can you do some oral sex?
Sure.
You can?
Sure.
Did you try that before?
Not really.
No.
There's no... Why not?
Just
Okay.
never really thought to do it a whole lot.
Okay. Well, let me explain how oral sex goes, because I've seen the most movies here. You gotta put your thumb in her ass. No. You have to, here's the deal, Jeff.
That's for you, Jimmy, man.
Seriously.
If you're listening.
Here's the deal. Very slow, very methodical.
Well, you know,
They're
I think you're way ahead here.
No, just oral sex and
Yeah,
just
that's
take
fine.
it slow. Don't push.
But what's going
That's
on?
all. That's good. That's
Jeff?
good enough.
But Jeff, what's going on in the relationship? Are you guys uncomfortable together?
They sound happy.
It's on him.
No, we're happy.
Why did she call?
Because, she can't have an orgasm.
Yeah, but how long have you guys been together?
A little over a month.
Okay, and you've been working at this for a month, and she's 19. Many 19-year-old women don't orgasm, and most don't orgasm during intercourse.
No, it's oral sex or nothing.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
for the most
Yep.
part. And it takes a while for couples to sort of hone their skill.
Yes.
And you just got to be open to that, and she has to be willing to direct you also. So.
Jeff, you don't have any problem
She's
with
not
oral,
relaxed yet.
with oral sex?
No?
No, fundamentally, no problems there?
Nah.
All right. Get busy with the oral sex and ask her what she likes. Let her direct you. That's what I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a good director. Like, okay, you're going down on me. You're putting your tongue on my vagina. There's no mystery here. But I want you to have fun with it. Right? that kind of direction. Now let's try it again.
Just come from the grocery store, and you're concerned about the football game.
You're tired.
You're tired. Your boss is riding you. You've had a long day.
This is what you want.
But you got to perform oral sex, and I want you to have fun with it. So let's try it again.
Okay, Stanislav.
And this time, see if you can find your implicit cue inside my vagina.
Your through line.
Jason?
Hello.
You're 17.
Yeah, hey, Adam, you're God. Joe, you're cool. Hey, first of all, before I get to my question, can I tell you a little story real quick?
Little.
Okay, I'm from a very, very religious background. I hope my dad's a preacher. I've been listening to your show for a long time now, for, 3-4 years. And, I had like all the guys in our church, and when I say like very strict, it's a very conservative church. And I had all the guys in pretty much like the whole youth group, listening to you guys' show. Well, somebody found out, I don't know, and it was, it was found out, that we were listening to it, and it was, we all pretty much got in trouble. It was preached over the pulpit, not to, that LoveLine is from Satan or from hell or whatever.
Well, actually, it was originally from Pasadena.
Why didn't they listen to it to actually hear what we're doing?
Who knows what you were saying?
My dad found out. He said he listened to it, and he said he had a big long talk with me and everything, and he said you guys were gay. He's like, I want you listening to those gay guys.
Listen, Jason, you tell your dad, I already said it once at the beginning of the show, just because you take in the ass a little bit does not make you gay. Yeah, I blew this guy once, and he nailed me in the ass.
What part of the country are you from?
Hey, hold on a second. Anderson, don't you ever run tape during the commercials?
During commercials?
Making a joke there, Drew.
Okay.
You idiot. Jesus, you see what I'm dealing with here? All right, so Jason, hurry. Thank you, and now hurry.
All right. I had my 13-year-old step cousin. I was over at my sister's house, and we were all over there watching movies and stuff. And I had fell asleep, and she just started like rubbing up all against me, and she was just I don't know what she was trying to do. Well, I was like half asleep, and I was just like pushing her aside, whatever, pushing her away. Well, I wake up, and we were watching some movies and stuff, and she started just, I don't know, she was all over me, and I was just like, no, that's not cool, whatever, she's a very, very good-looking girl.
How old again was she?
13.
Yeah, she's 13, and I was just, number one, she's related to me, even though it's step, but, she's 13.
Drew dropped his computer, so. Yeah, all right, so what'd you do?
I was just like, this isn't cool, so.
Good.
I talked to my brother. My brother's 14, and I guess she had flashed my brother, and
oh man,
and I don't know how I should should I tell her parents?
Yeah, you should.
Really?
Yeah, just you don't have to get into explicit detail. Just say that she's acting out a little bit, and you're wondering if everything's
remember who
kosher.
his family is though, and how they're going to take this.
One more reason to hate my parents. I come from atheists, which means I didn't get laid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the weird religious families, there's always some kind of weird sexual religious dynamic going on there where somebody snaps and starts serial humping, and there's flashing and there's molestation, all kinds of sex going on because it's seething. You try to force it down, you try to sweep it under the carpet, but it rears its ugly sexual head. And there's all these great stories of 13-year-old girls, 17-year-old guys, all this. Not my family. Nothing. Just a bunch of devil worshippers sitting around eating granola and nobody getting laid.
Well, where was Jeff calling from? Was that his name, Jeff? No.
That was our last caller. Okay, Drew, start focusing on the show. What's your buddy?
Jason.
Yeah.
That's what part of the country he was calling from.
Where are you calling from, Jason?
Seattle.
Wow, it's interesting.
And as far as the religious thing, that's pretty much only my our immediate family. His brothers and sisters aren't.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. When you're a religious guy and you're taught that sex is bad and everything, people come on to you.
There's a reason that his dad responded to these issues with hyper-religiosity.
No, it wasn't even. It's like when he was 20 or 24, actually, he got into this church.
Yeah, but listen, the reason he did, because there was some weird crap going on in his family. Something happened to his brother or sister, whoever the parents of this child is, and they've done something to her now. And his way of dealing with it becomes super religious. Something was going on in that family. The other family dealt with it by abusing their kids.
I do agree with him about the part of you being gay.
Me?
Yeah, isn't that what he said? Jeff?
I have something to talk to you about.
Jeff, you're 17.
Hello?
Yeah, you're 17. You hired a stripper for a party.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was my friend's New Year's Eve party, and
You hired a stripper?
yeah.
Wow, you're 17.
Yeah, it was amazingly simple.
Yeah.
Did she come with her bouncer?
Yeah, that was really scary.
Big black guy with a radio?
He was this big fat dude.
Yeah.
So was mine.
Yeah, all bouncers are at least big and oftentimes fat, and they make change and hold the radio.
Yeah,
They
no,
flip
he
the
just
tape over.
180 and left.
And is a stripper more on the Millennium New Year's? I'd imagine, right?
I guess. I don't know.
How much was it?
180.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about tipping? Did you guys, you kids do any tipping?
Yeah, well, that's what it was actually 160, but the other 20 was for touching.
I see.
20 for touching.
I understand this.
It's gonna be a nightmare though. You're a stripper, you show up, what you're really hoping for is a bunch of coked up Arab guys, so you can really make a haul. And there's a bunch of guys wearing braces and retainers, you know,
Watching Beavis and Butthead
wearing knapsacks.
Whoa, she's here! She's here!
I got a boner.
Everybody stands up.
You mean the underage folks can order these things up? No,
I don't know. I don't know. Well, listen, hey,
or is
Jeff,
it like getting beer in the old days?
Yeah,
Hey, man,
I think
my
the way
brother
the stripper
Kurt will
looks at
do
it
it.
is they got the green, whatever.
Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
you did it at 17. You hired a stripper.
Yeah.
Did they ask if you're 18?
No, we just
Okay,
we
and
told them that we weren't, but you know.
and how old were the rest of the people at the party? Your age?
Yeah, all my friends.
How many people?
3 of us, or 4 of us. I'm sorry.
Man, that's ambitious. And
Yeah.
so, what'd you guys do? Play round the world and feed the kitty and all that stuff?
No, I don't know what those are.
What'd you do to her?
My question is that you know, she was there, and she would individually come over to us and you know, give us
The most you ever had?
no.
Oh, come on.
What'd she give?
What'd she do to you?
A
Just,
20?
Dances.
Dances.
lap dancing.
But like yeah, exactly.
Lap dances, yeah.
And I was just wondering if there's you know, any possibility of
What did the lap dance entail, Jeff?
just your basic you know, average.
Lap dance.
Yeah.
Did she make contact with you?
No, never.
Never made contact.
And no body fluids exchanged.
You mean skin on skin?
Right.
No, never.
Well,
I'm trying to think. Organ on skin or no, just skin? No contact?
No.
No, and she didn't hawk a loogie in your face?
No, none of that.
Really? I had one that did that. Bad
Mom just
nature.
picked up the phone there.
Yeah, Jeff was having some trouble with his story there.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Him and his 17-year-old buddies went, hey, listen, I'm bringing the Millennium in right, brother.
Way to go for him.
Let's hire a stripper. We'll all pool together our money we made selling grit, and we'll get this stripper over, and we can like get to third base legitimately. You know what I'm saying?
Has he given his question though yet?
He wanted to know if you could get anything.
Oh. I see.
And I'm guessing he may have touched her a little bit.
Just no fluids exchanged.
Yeah, listen, he didn't get anything.
He sounds freaked. Poor Jeff. But don't try this at home, please. It's not the idea of the show to promote this kind of crap.
Jeff got in
Wait
over
till
his
you're
head.
21.
All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. Bryce Johnson is here from Popular and the WWWB, and we'll be back with Cole. Cole 17 looks at kitty porn on the internet. Wants to know what's up with that after this.
LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Well, it's worth hearing.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz. This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
Oh, wait a minute. Bryce Johnson is our guest tonight. He is on the show Popular. Plays Josh Ford. WB, Thursday nights, 8 o'clock. Dr. Drew is, well, he's in and out tonight. He's kind of a surprise guest. We'll see if he's interested. show so far is not holding his interest, but he may become enamored with it and reinvigorated and come back with us in the 11 o'clock hour. Cole?
Hello.
You're 17?
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy the kiddie porn?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm really confused and nervous about this. I mean,
yeah.
I've noticed myself just becoming more and more attracted to children of younger and younger age as time goes by. And it's just, I mean, it scares me just senseless. I mean, I look in the newspapers and, you know, child sex offenders are the most hated person in the entire world or something. And, you know, I don't know what to do, you know.
Well, did somebody do something to you?
I don't know. I'm probably the kind of person you guys would want to gamble on. Yeah.
No, of course they did. Of course they did. And would you want to do that to somebody? Have somebody else go through that?
No, and I don't want to do it either.
Okay. So that's why there's all this negative energy put against people with these sorts of impulses.
I know, and I agree.
Hold on, that made no sense. That didn't make any sense.
Yeah. A lot of negative sort of feelings about
we don't like these
impulses.
people because they goose kids.
They hurt other people. They hurt children profoundly.
Well, yeah, but Cole doesn't want to duplicate his past with somebody else, which is obviously the only reason you'd think to do it. We never really consider that too much. We just assume that someone's raised by a loving mommy, loving daddy, and then at 36 decides to be a nice idea to F a 4-year-old.
Doesn't happen.
And the whole reason that's not in any of our heads is, and the reason it sounds impossible to us is because we didn't get effed around with when we were younger. But Cole may be compelled to do it. As we know from doing this show, it's sometimes it's like you don't have a choice.
Right. It's like it's
mandated.
It's like you and breasts. It's the same deal.
You're not taking my breasts away, are you?
Well, not yours personally.
Thank you.
Unbreast.
Yeah, as I've said many times. Hold on, I don't want to freak Cole out, but you could take me, tell me breasts were bad, put me in prison for 30 years, and when I got out, the day I got out, I'd want some breasts.
Nice.
Some big, juicy, sweaty breasts. That's what I would want. So, because that's my thing. I mean, that's what I'm into. And I think if it was 4-year-olds, I don't know if you can talk guys out of that.
But you have to, because it can't be done.
Cole?
Yeah.
All right. So what happened to you?
I don't know exactly what age. It was around 6 or something. I was sexually molested by a neighbor.
One time?
Yeah, just once.
Just once.
Oh. Did you then start acting out with your peers after that?
I kind of forgot about it for a couple of years, and then like around age 12 or something, I was reminded of it, and then I've thought about it at least once a day, every single day since today.
What made you think of it at age 12?
Puberty, I guess. I don't know.
So all of a sudden we're thinking about it again.
Something like that, yeah.
But Cole, one episode like that
usually doesn't do it.
Usually doesn't.
But it can. It can.
I don't know, but it has. And
okay, all right. Well, okay. So let's just be analytical about the whole thing. You think about kids sexually.
Mm-hmm.
Boys?
No.
Girls?
Yeah.
Well, that's healthy.
What age? Was the neighbor a female?
There's no one really in my area that's around that age right now.
What was the sex of your neighbor? Was it a man or a woman who did this to you?
It was a girl about 3 years older than I was.
Interesting, because the second he said he was molested by his neighbor, we all thought for sure
a guy with a clown suit on.
Had to be a guy.
Yeah, and he's talking about a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah, that's
9-year-old.
But she had problems too. So
of course, that's what makes her do that kind of thing.
Hey, well, hold on a second. Wait a minute there, Cole.
I'm not saying that she's blameless.
No. You at age 6 getting diddled by a 9-year-old girl should not make you into a pedophile.
Oh no, yes it can. I've said this a million times. That peer on peer child sexual abuse.
The wind blows the wrong way. You can be a pedophile, man.
Well, usually here's
Cole,
what happens.
that on the trauma. On the trauma Richter scale is like a 2.7.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
6, though, you're pretty.
Well, let me tell you the usual story that results in a Cole. Is the 9-year-old sexually abuses the 6-year-old. The 6-year-old gets hyper sort of freaked out and starts getting hypersexual. Parents sort of not in the game, don't notice it. The kid starts acting out a little bit on other kids, and it becomes an entrenched sort of way of doing things.
All right.
That's usually the way it goes.
Well, let's ramp it up with Cole. Cole?
Yeah.
Did you do anything to any other kids, do you remember, and touching or any weird stuff?
I haven't done anything to anyone else, no.
Good.
Never.
All right.
No,
Cole.
when you were a kid, though, when you were like 7, 8.
No.
Okay.
Good. All right, here's your job. Don't get drunk. Don't get hooked on any substances because the second you get a beer in you, all bets are off.
You know, maybe he just needs a relationship with somebody his age.
A nice
I've had
girl.
relationships. You know, it's just.
How about a little therapy?
Well, I'm currently in therapy for depression.
All right,
Okay,
talk
good.
about this
Talk
issue.
about it.
Talk about it. My God, talk about it.
Okay.
Child-on-child sexual abuse is part of the way this thing grows exponentially.
Yes.
This crap.
But therapy can fix it.
Therapy
Talking
can really
about
help.
it could,
yeah, it
right?
can really help. So, interestingly, the way therapy works, it's not rational the way it works necessarily, but forming a intimate connection with a therapist, sometimes these symptoms, like preoccupation with kiddie porn, will just sort of vanish. It's not like you have to sit and obsess about it and talk it
So
through.
he doesn't have to have that for the rest of his life. He can do something about it.
No, yeah.
Kaylin. Yeah, short 15 years and $37,000 later, it'll all be gone. Kaylin,
Yeah.
you're 16 years old.
Yeah.
Your parents are kicking you out of the house?
Yeah.
At 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. You must have effed up pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, why do you keep acting out?
I'm not really sure.
You mad at them?
Did somebody kick your ass a little bit when you were younger?
I was spanked, yeah.
A lot?
Not a lot. Like, usually, like if I got...
You left home too, though, Bryce.
What's that?
Bryce left home too. Came to Hollywood for crying out loud.
I'm crazy.
That's his headline here. Look at this.
He shot a 7 over par and his dad threw him out of the house.
What, were you ever hit with an object?
Yeah, wooden spoon most of the time.
There you go.
All right.
Mine was a wooden spoon, too. A pizza paddle. And then we kept breaking them over our bare bottoms, so she had to wrap them with black tape.
Oh, my God.
We used to laugh at it, though. We thought it was funny when we break her paddles. We would laugh so hard.
Kaylin?
Yeah.
How about telling your parents you're sorry, you're wrong, and seeing if they let you stay, and not screwing up anymore?
Well, like, see, that's been going on like that for, like, years.
All right, well, I mean, can you stop acting out? Can you get involved with sports?
Yeah, I play sports and stuff. I play football and things like that.
All right, well...
But, well, they want me to go live with my dad. But I don't know if I should do that.
Oh, boy. Well, hold on a second. Okay, we're running out of time. I was just told that Bryce Johnson is leaving during this break, or after this break. I was just informed that about 10 seconds ago, so I'm trying to figure out stuff. Oh, listen, Bryce. Bryce, so listen, hang out through the commercial and just say bye,
for
at
sure,
least,
man,
so we can figure this whole thing out. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll get back with Bryce, and then we'll figure out where Kaylin can go after this.
Yo, LoveLine, will be right back, homie.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz. This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
All right, we're going to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
station.
Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
KQBZ.
Seattle.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Bryce Johnson is our guest tonight from Popular on WB, Thursday nights, 8 o'clock. Jeremy McGrath should be in here sometime this week, maybe Tuesday, fresh off his big Supercross victory last night that I saw, so I'll have a fun time talking to him about that. Powerman 5000, Mixmaster Mike will be in here, David Arquette, Unwritten Law, whose hat should be on my head right now. Is that true,
Indeed
Drew?
it is. Indeed it is.
And Long Beach Dub All-Stars, who are always a good time, will be in here in the coming days here on LoveLine. But tonight, Bryce is going to hang with us until the next break because Bryce has to get up at 6:30 tomorrow, do some coke, and go back to bed. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a bang of hooker. No, he, I'm guessing, has to go back and do Popular.
Yes.
Which... I have no idea how real shows are done because I just do cable shows, but You got to film that. I mean, it's like...
We film it like a movie.
And it's pretty long days, right?
12 to 16 hours, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone about that. You know, if you get on a sitcom, you do a table read for an hour and a half on a Monday. And then
live taping.
But that's a sitcom. If you're doing one of these hour-long
dramas,
and it's being filmed, I mean, it's like shooting a movie.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Oh, that's a bitch.
No complaints here, though. That's the last thing.
It's not as hard as modeling, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, does Bryce have to go?
Well, no, he's going to stay till the end of this break.
I'm going to chill.
Kalen?
Yeah.
All right, so you're 16. Your parents are kicking you out of the house.
Yep.
And
They beat him, and now he's acting out. Surprise.
Okay. And this is your mom and your stepdad.
Yeah.
And they just can't handle you.
What's going on with your dad that you wouldn't want to live there?
Well, he's a fisherman, and he lives on the coast. And, so he's, like, in for a couple of days, and he goes out in the sea for a couple of days.
Perfect.
That would
might
not
be
be
fun.
good for you. So it's interesting. You know you need more structure than that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You're giving him too much credit.
But, and also, like, he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment, and he has a girlfriend with, like, 2 teenage daughters, and...
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And the worst part is he has one of those clocks that's like the
Cat?
steering wheel of a ship. No, I'm saying it's on the wooden thing.
I
you
see.
know?
This is with a clock in the middle.
Right. That's really the reason he doesn't want to move in.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Kalen.
Yeah.
Do you think you could really sit down with your stepmother or your stepfather and your mom and say, listen, I'm going to, I know I've been acting out and I know I've been trouble and there's a million reasons why I was doing it, but from this day forth, and if I F up again, you can toss me, but I'd like to just see if I can keep my nose clean for a few years until I go off to junior college.
He can't do that.
Hello?
Yeah?
The thing is, like, we've been...
I think it worked on the lab. Yeah.
It's happened before, like, many times.
Okay, well, they're kicking you out of the house.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to Dad's.
Well...
All right, you shouldn't have effed up. I mean, I don't... I mean...
Suck it up.
I keep telling Kayla, you think you could talk to him? Nope, that ain't going to work. Well, it's like, then I don't know what to say. You're going to your dad's.
Or you can go to some residential treatment place, someplace.
Hey, what do you mean?
Hey, I've seen some of these Outward Bound things work and kids like that.
Yeah. Actually, I had a friend of mine tell me about that. 2 months he was at one of these things.
Yeah, to help him?
I guess. Well, this is the guy's bachelor party I went to in Puerto Vallarta, so I guess he did all right. Turned out to was a producer on The Simpsons, so I guess it turned out okay. Oh, please. Makes plenty of money. He's very happy. Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on a second. I want to talk to Dan. Dan?
Yeah.
You're 30?
Uh-huh.
You're still a virgin?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's surprising.
I'm calling to find out, to ask about what, if you have any suggestions on this topic here.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think you're still a virgin in your estimation?
Well, in part because some of the women I like to have gone out with are either seeing somebody else, engaged to get married, or that they're gay.
Uh-huh.
This reminds me of the guy at the Denny's. Remember the guy who was...
You have a flasher?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds a little creepy. Hey, Dan?
Yeah?
See, I can't figure out whether guys who are virgin at 30 are creepy because they're virgin at 30, or that's what kept them a virgin. I'm guessing that's what kept them a virgin. Dan, is there anything wrong with you?
Except for being overweight, I can't think of anything else.
Have you gotten really close one time?
Well, there's one woman I was dating for a while and ended up moving to Nova Scotia.
You did?
She did.
She did, and then that was it?
Still keep in touch.
Sure.
Go to Nova Scotia.
And,
yeah, well...
Right.
Is there anything we should know about you?
Nothing really. It's just I'm just your average run-of-the-mill type of person.
What do you do for a living?
I work for the government.
Uh-huh. Doing...
What's that mean?
Doing what?
Just this and that. I can't really get into details about that, though.
Collecting welfare? Are you on disability?
No, I'm not.
That's not working for the government.
Well, I'm wondering if he's using a euphemism of some type.
I see. Hey, Dan?
Yeah?
Please give us some hints about your work.
Maybe he's a spy.
I can speed through traffic without getting a ticket.
All right, so you're a cop.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Here's another clue.
You have a like diplomatic plate or something on your car?
Well, I can get a cop fired in a heartbeat.
What?
FBI?
No.
Hey, hold on. Don't they have psychological testing for those things?
Men in Black.
Something what?
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
If you sped through a red light, and a cop pulled you over, and he was going to write you a ticket,
I can get away with it.
Right. We got that part. How would he know not to write you the ticket?
Good
Just
call.
take out my ID and show it to him.
And your ID would have a picture of you on it.
007?
With your name. And then it would say, also,
You're digging here.
that you work for some branch of the government? Military?
With the military, but,
All right, like CIA?
nah.
Okay, not FBI? Okay. Are you sure you're not just masturbating right now in your Van Nuys apartment while you're crying?
Does it sound like it?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
No, I'm not doing anything.
All right, how much you make a year, Dan?
About $45,000 a year.
All right, so you make a decent living, and you got yourself your own pad. You drive a decent car.
Well, not so decent. It's kind of crummy though, but
okay.
it runs.
How's the hygiene?
Very good.
Very good. Very clean guy. And is there anything wrong with you? Are you grossly overweight? Festering boils? Gingivitis? Anything like that? No, you're a clean guy?
Except for long hair.
Would you let you hump you?
Good.
Well, that depends. I never really looked at myself that way.
All right. Hey, why don't you get a haircut?
It's a good way to look at yourself.
How can you have long hair and work for the government this way?
Well, there are some. There's one guy I know who works for the ATF who's got longer hair than I do.
Oh, okay. So he's ATF.
I see.
You have a windbreaker with blue letters on it?
You can't.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Dan, listen to me. We should have known ATF because that's what this guy sounds like. Sounds like he was like, you know what it sounds like? Sounds like he got busted at his still, and they recruited him to go on the inside. You know what I mean? Okay. Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
First off, get a haircut.
That's what my Uncle Benny tells me.
Listen to Uncle Benny. Not about anything but the hair.
Maybe he shouldn't take his job so seriously.
Please,
maybe he's looking too much the part.
Please,
you know what I mean?
please get a haircut because chicks don't like that long hair.
But maybe he's really into this role of being
just
inside.
listen, and just relax with the women. I mean, don't
look for it. You'll find it.
Well,
there's a couple women I like to date in the office though, but
no, stay away from them. Don't. What do you like to do other than run red lights?
One thing I love to do is take pictures.
You like photography?
Shoot models.
All right, I
photography class.
I know God is going to strike me down for this, but how about going over to the local junior college, signing up for some sort of photography class, and seeing who you run into over there?
Well, I've been accredited by the as a photographic forensics expert.
Okay, good. You like taking pictures of people who have
yeah, but the point is it's like
machetes in them.
I got over $60,000 of camera equipment.
See, it's like me going back for a biology class or something.
All right. Listen, but Dan's a mess. And here's the deal, Dan.
He's less of a mess than he seems.
But he's hiding behind everything. You know, he on one minute he's vulnerable, and then the next second he puts his front up about being above the lawn, having $60,000 worth of camera equipment. Just admit that no matter how many red lights you can run and how much camera equipment you have, you're total putz when it comes to women. Let's start from scratch and stop hiding behind all this crap. And listen, don't treat women like they were some sort of foreign breed of dog that you had to outwit. Just relax. Don't be yourself, though, Dan. Be somebody else. I usually say relax and be yourself, but I'm not sure. Dan, relax and be Drew. That'll get you some. Doesn't get Drew any, but it'll get you some. I don't know. That's just here's what I want to say. You're 30, you're a virgin, whatever it is you've been doing thus far,
not good.
Ain't working. Ain't effective.
You've come into a wall, my friend.
Yeah, you understand?
Go back the other way.
You are like a pitcher who has never struck anyone out, and as a matter of fact, every pitch he's ever thrown has been hit out of the ballpark. So stop throwing that pitch. Let's go into another pitch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But hey, if you have an idea to do something,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. There you go. That's the best advice we can give. Don't trust your instincts. Dave,
Yeah.
You're 25.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Dr. Drew. I just wanted to call. A couple of months ago, I heard you talking to John Popper about shooting big guns and stuff.
He has a cannon in his front yard. Yes.
Yeah. I work on CWIS for the Navy on an aircraft carrier. Just thought you'd
Well, what do you fire?
we shoot CWIS, which is also called Phalanx. And,
the missile.
What's that?
Oh! You're talking about the Gatling gun.
Yeah, the 3,000 rounds a minute.
That is the most awesome weapon in the world.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
It is a Gatling gun that they have on the deck. Well, I was confused with the carrier because I always seem to see them on the destroyers. But it's like an old-fashioned, almost looks like, the Gatling gun, which means a bunch of barrels. I don't know, how many barrels? 6 or 10 or?
It's got 6.
6 barrels.
Awesome.
They spin around. They shoot that spent uranium. Is that what they shoot?
Yes, it depleted uranium.
Well, I call it spent.
Yeah,
is that like a bullet?
Depleted uranium is the hardest substance known to man.
Wow.
And the bullets aren't an explosive tip or anything. They just shred anything. I mean, they go through armor. They go through everything. And they fire 3,000 rounds a minute. So basically, and they have this Gatling effect where they spin around. So basically, some torpedo plane is coming in low to try to drop one at the carrier, and this thing just goes. It's just these little flurries. It
sounds like a big fart.
Yeah, and in this, it shoots like 1,800 bullets in it, and it's all this spent uranium. It just shreds whatever comes at it.
Wow. Hey, Adam.
What is the range on that thing?
Well, we can track up to 3 miles, and we shoot at 1. But at 1 mile, we can shoot a 1-inch cable. That's how accurate it is.
At 1 mile, and what
is it hooked up to radar or something to track the plane?
Yeah, it has a radar on top of it. It looks like R2-D2. It's this big white, like R2-D2.
Yeah, that's right. And what kind of spread do you get at 1 mile or 2 miles with those
probably
bullets?
a mile.
At 1 mile, it's accurate. We could hit, like if you held up 1-inch part of a ruler, we could knock it off.
Would I have to hold it up, or could I just tape it to a stick?
You can tape it to a stick.
Thank God. And but so Dave, what you're saying is, and the program director Kara called me and I said, "Stop talking so much." But I got to know about this thing. Are you saying that all those 3,000 bullets will stay in a line?
Correct.
And don't they want them to spray in certain situations?
Not necessarily. Sometimes they're meant to shoot down missiles coming right at the ship. Yeah,
you're thinking of duck hunting.
And wouldn't you want it to fan out a little bit? If that was the situation, or would the radar just lock onto the missile?
It locks onto it, and it also locks onto its own bullets to correct for itself.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that thing.
So they all stay in a
wicked.
pattern like the. Oh my, that's amazing.
And who actually operates it? Because you don't see anybody on
Dave
it.
does.
Actually, I do. I sit down in combat systems and shoot.
You're under a few decks, right?
Yeah, I'm right in the center of the ship. We're the last place to get hit.
And so, do you have a video camera or something that'll let you know what's going on?
We don't actually see it while it's happening. Afterwards, we'll see a videotape. Like.
And what do you get to? What kind of drones do you get to shoot at?
Have you ever shot live targets in combat?
No, I actually haven't, but we have Lear jets that pull drones that look like missiles and fly them right by the ship. And
how many governments in the world have instruments like this?
We're the only one that have this
everybody
one.
has them now. We sell all our old ships.
Yeah, but not this Phalanx thing is pretty. No one has a one as good as you got.
No, ours is usually the top model one.
But everybody has stuff like this now.
Correct.
Yeah. What are you making that face for, Drew? I love this.
But I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
I got last year's Phalanx. I shoot 2,800 bullets a minute.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Got update.
I'm on a ship with about 6,000 guys, right?
Yeah.
And we pull into some pretty nasty ports. I was wondering what kind of stuff can I catch from sharing a
It's not
bathroom?
the ports, it's what the guys do at the ports, isn't it?
This is a bad port.
No,
It's not the port, it's the hole.
There's some nasty ports.
I bet.
Well, you really, it's hard to get things from a bathroom. You might be much more concerned about the stool contaminating things and giving you things that are transmitted by the so-called oral fecal route.
Right.
Worms and hepatitis and that sort of thing.
How fun.
Sexually transmitted diseases are pretty difficult to get from a toilet seat, though moist surfaces
all right,
can be a
what
problem.
about spraying? I mean, let's say you had a little thing of rubbing alcohol and a little, in your pocket. Would that do any good? Would it help?
Just dry it off, yeah. Dry is the most important thing.
Yeah, they got that new liquid bacterial soap. Dissolves in your hands.
Yeah, this is all
Take that with
virus,
you.
though. And so
Not going to work?
No. What about, you wouldn't just a little rubbing alcohol, just,
What guy's going to
So
care
let
about rubbing
me explain the two sounds. The rubbing alcohol in the phalanx is... Oh, it's the greatest thing ever.
But how bizarre is that every country in the world has one of those now?
Well, they just have the old ones we give them.
Yeah, well, so, like you said, they only shoot 1,400 rounds a minute. So
well, that's all right. That's not. Why
do they have to shoot somebody with one bullet? All I need those things.
Yeah, but listen, would we care if they had a cannon from one of our ships from the 1800s? You know what I mean? Technology moves ahead at a fast clip, and whoever's ahead, even if it's just a couple of years, kicks the ass of the other people they're fighting.
Dave,
that's the way it works. No.
We asked
Joe,
a question about...
You're 21. What's going on?
Well, I just want to say, Dr. Drew, you're great, and Adam, those juggies made you much cooler. But my question is, I'm in school in a college fraternity here, and a lot of times at night, the guys like to get naked and they start to touch each other, not necessarily sexually, but they have these different moves they use. One's called the smashed frog, if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
You've heard of the smashed frog?
Well, to me, the smashed frog is when one pulls the scrotum up over the penis, and actually, that's called the turtle. Actually, wait a minute.
That's a turtle?
I may be mixing my creek metaphors. The turtle is when you take the scrotum and you pull it over the penis and it just creates like a lump.
All right, well, I want to hear
What's the smash frog?
Oh, okay. Well, the one you were describing we call the elastic scrotum. We refer to the smashed frog more as when you tuck it between your legs and you bend over.
Well, that's the bowl of fruit. Isn't that we heard?
The old bowl of fruit.
It varies regionally. Like some places call it the fill-in station, other people call it the gas station.
Corn plenty.
It's one of those things.
Well, anyways, they
all right. So that's the smash frog. But why don't you go ahead and try the turtle out and really impress the boys?
Okay, what's your question?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's natural for these guys to be doing this. Often they slap each other's butts or touch each other's balls, and among other things.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's a point at which
do this.
hyper-masculine behavior becomes...
No, that's
homosexual.
not normal.
Yeah.
In nature, but not in God's eyes.
Not in spirit?
Listen, I was having this conversation with my buddy the Wheeze today at the auto show. And I had a very manly weekend. I was at the Super Bowl of motocross Saturday night.
Auto show.
Took a crap in my lawn, and then I went over to the auto show. So I'm living the male's life. And I was talking to the Wheeze, and we're talking about all this bizarre behavior of our past and how 95% of it could have been mistaken for homosexuality.
Yeah, I've said that.
It actually technically was.
Yeah.
But the thing is
you're gay.
It was shrouded in...
I looked at him and I said, I know when you tell people these stories, they go, oh my God, these guys were gay. But I could never think of a guy in a sexual way, and none of my friends ever could either. Never. I mean, I just couldn't imagine it.
It's just because you're in denial about
couldn't
it.
Imagine.
You go ahead and do it. You're fine.
I could take a leak on one of my friends, no problem. But the idea of kissing him, that's
you
bizarre.
You can't do that to women either, though.
Well, there's the cootie factor there, Drew. How many times I have to bring that up to you? You're a doctor. I'm sorry, Bryce, you were saying?
I just don't... I didn't get the point in 10... All right, I'm going to call 10 of my buddies. We're all going to get nude and play board games.
Yeah.
That's my Saturday night.
Joe was just trying to rat out some of his frat buddies.
And men do have this thing of sort of waving their genitalia around. It's some sort of aggressive... It's a narcissistic exhibitionism. That's what that's called.
Thank you. That's what I did in high school. All right, one more call, and then we'll take ourselves a little break
I was
here.
waiting for her to fill here.
You want to go, huh? Come on.
Time for a break.
Brian?
Yep.
You're 28?
Yeah.
Your fiance left you because you smoke?
Correct.
Smoke cigarettes?
Yep.
And that's why she left?
Well, it's been ongoing for the past 3 years. I've been trying to quit. Tried the patch. Didn't work. And I was down to 2 or 3 cigarettes a day. I came home one night. She smelled it, freaked out, said leave. I left, drove around for a few hours, came back. She said she wanted to work it out. And a couple days later...
Okay, hey, you're right. We shouldn't have gone to this call. It's a dub.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, listen to me.
Yep.
Why is this such a huge issue for you? For her. You're trying to quit. You got down to 2 or 3 cigarettes a day. Why is she not wanting to marry you? There's got to be more here.
I wish there was.
With the
No,
cigarettes and,
no. You shouldn't, because then all you have to do is quit and you get her back.
the cigarettes and other things going on?
No. Aside from the cigarettes, everything else is perfect.
Everything else is perfect. Then why is she so freaked out? How come this seems so peculiar to us?
She has stated in the past, especially when we first started dating, that she has control issues. And
Yeah,
smoking
surprise.
is something that she can't control, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's...
Well,
Hey, Brian, do you really want to marry this girl, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Why? Why are you so crazy about miscontrol?
I have no idea. I'm in love
Okay.
with her.
All right.
Were there other
in love
substances
with
than
it.
cigarettes initially? Yes.
Yeah, money
Or-
problems.
No, other substances.
Who doesn't have money?
Other substances? Marijuana?
Oh, no.
Booze?
None.
All right, what's the deal with her past and the control?
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, do you suspect something's up?
It's possible.
Somebody held her down and blew smoke in her face and did something to her when she was younger?
Well, I know she smoked all through high school, and she quit, and she told me a story about a guy smoking a pack of clothes and dying in this club. But
No. Where's her dad?
Dad's local.
Does she like him?
Oh, she looks up to him. He's an idol.
And what about mom?
Same.
No alcoholism there.
None.
All right. So she's just focusing on the smoking. Listen, Brian.
Yeah.
I agree. It'd be nice if you quit. On the other hand, somebody who ends an engagement because the other guy's down to 3 cigarettes a day is looking for a reason to get out.
That's no good.
You're looking to get out. You just are. You just have to. Even if your reason is to be there to control the person, you still would hang out to try to get them to quit.
Right.
So something's up. Look into that. Do not take this at face value. All right, Bryce.
Yes.
You're going.
Adios, amigos. That was so much fun. Thanks for having me here, guys.
Come in anytime.
Awesome.
Popular WB Thursday nights. Bryce Johnson, thank you very much for coming in. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back with more show after this.
Once again with it.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio 100.7 The Buzz. This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio 100.7 The Buzz.
Hey. All right. Bryce has left the building. Nice to see the lad.
So you're going to Santa Barbara on Friday?
I'm going to Santa Barbara on Friday.
Wait,
Drew and I
Outrageous
will be up there for a little, if you want to call it. I don't know what we're retreating from. We haven't
So
done any work
you
yet.
know the debacle that you guys go like the Mexican retreats?
Yeah, listen, when you hear retreat, it's a euphemism for...
Strippers.
Oh.
For you guys. Come on.
Drunken orgy,
Oh,
Roman-style
okay. All right,
orgy.
okay.
All right. That's Dr. Jerome Adam Carolla. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Let me say 2 quick things. I'm trying to limit my talking on this show because...
Funny.
I can't
don't
help
notice
it,
a
though.
big difference.
I can't help it because I see
What exactly
things
did
I've
Wesley say
lived.
to you? My boss called Adam and gave him a little tongue lashing, huh? I heard our affiliates were complaining.
Everybody wants me to do... well, I know. Wait, hold on. Shut up. What do you mean you hear our affiliates are complaining?
That's what I heard.
Heard from nobody,
He showed me
please.
some letters.
Oh, kiss my ass, all you affiliates. Ratting me out to the boss. Please. He said take more calls.
Okay.
I said, but what about my high school football playing days? Okay, listen, let me just tell you something. I want to straighten a few things out.
Okay.
I went over to this Anaheim pond to watch Jeremy McGrath completely dominate, by the way, the 250 class in the Supercross last night. Now, I've tried these things a million times before, and Cheryl, his publicist, is a great woman, always helps me out, gets me tickets and all that kind of stuff. But we always work it out 3 or 4 days in advance, and then magically there's some difficulty.
Yes.
Now, couple of things, and I've noticed this at every venue I've been to. I've been to plenty of venues. If anyone works for a venue or has any association with one, please listen to me. There should not be 2 or 3 will calls. That is the world's worst goddamn idea I've ever heard in my effing life. Every big event has 3 will calls, and none of the 3 are connected in any way, shape, or form. You'll never go to the right one first, but you will wait in a long line to get to the front of that one to have them send you to the next one who don't know you so you can go to the third. Why are there 3 different will calls? Why are they not connected in any way? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
That makes it's 0 sense. 0 sense to me. And it's the first one's always a complete bust. No. And you got some guy who you didn't score as well on the SATs you might have liked, who's blowing through those envelopes, and you're sure he's blown right past yours, and there's no way he's going back to go get it anyway. So it's like Adam Carolla, Chairman. Nope. You want to look? No. You don't want to look through the thing? Okay. Like the Felix gun. Sorry. And I always want to say, hey, can I look? Because I got a feeling if I look, I'm going to find something.
Did you find it?
No. So it's like, all right. Well, it's probably another will call.
Oh.
And by the way, the sign over the will call does not say will call number 1.
Right.
It says will call. And everybody who gets you tickets for something says they'll be waiting at will call. Not will call number 1, not will call south. Not Grande will call or Paquito will call. Just that will call. It'll be a will call, and it's never that will call. And they have 0 ways of communicating with the other will call and are not interested.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most importantly.
Yeah, you're over. Yeah, that's at the other will. Probably the other will call. Yeah, can you call? No. Well, do you think I don't know. Well, where is it? Well, I know this sounds mathematically impossible, but you have to circle the entire stadium once, come past where you are, and then go halfway around. Really? Yes. Couldn't I just stop halfway? No, that's protocol for will call. You must make an entire revolution and then go halfway around. You'll go there. It is 180 degrees from where... If you could walk in a straight line from here, see where my back is now? Straight through the stadium, right over the triple jump, through the whoopties. It's on the farthest other side. Okay. And that's will call number 2? Yeah. How many more are there? Don't know. Go over there. Try it. Nope. Thank God I had the cell phone in the number. Now, here's the good part. I'm on the phone with Cheryl, who's Jeremy McGrath's publicist, and I'm saying, listen, I'm an A, B, and C will call. No one has. I just was down there, she's saying. I just told. See, here's the whole thing about will call. The people in will call, not interested in you getting in. No, as a matter of fact, I think there's some kind of bonus system. Like at the end of the night, if they're left, whoever's left the biggest stack of unused, unclaimed tickets gets like a Domino's pizza or something because they don't want you to come in. And everybody's suspicious to them. It's as if you're wearing a striped jumpsuit and you got shackles on your legs, you know?
Isn't that part of working at a venue that you're supposed to keep people out? Isn't that the whole idea?
Yeah, I'm always amazed how people get in because they don't seem to want to let you in. Where are you going? So here it is, you know, it's at the well, and I'm on the phone with Cheryl, and she's like, and she's pissed off. I was just down there. I just told those people, is there, and I said, let me talk to them. So they couldn't talk to them because I couldn't fit the phone that I was on underneath the little will call plexiglass. And by the way, as far as the little tray at the bottom goes, go ahead and make it 2 inches. You don't have to make it 3/8 of an inch. You know what I mean? I mean, what are the chances? Yeah, just suppose you have to slide like a newspaper or something through there. What are you going to do? Rape someone through there? It's like, where are we? Is this Wells Fargo? You know what I mean? Put a little space there. So I can't get the phone stuffed through the glass, but it will fall into the tray. It just can't be pushed through the other side. Luckily, the phone has a speaker on it.
Oh.
So I put the thing on speakerphone and wedge it into the tray as far as possible. Now, the woman at will call's like yelling down into the tray. What name would it be under? And I hear her say, Jeremy McGrath. I'm like yelling into the tray, too. I need 5 passes. And I just thought, why 3? Why 2, 3, 4 will calls? Why? And why aren't they hooked up? And how come the people at Will Call are so dead against you getting in that goddamn stadium?
How did the story end?
The story ended that there was no tickets, but she remembered Cheryl coming down, couldn't figure out where the tickets came from, ripped open someone else's package, gave us 4 laminates and 1 ticket. That's all they could have. And then naturally, when we came walking into the place for some the 4 laminates walked in, sorry, with the ticket. Oh, man. It was a wonderful event. I had a good time. I just want to know what's up with Will Call and what's in it for you not letting people into the stadium. Okay. Where are we going here, Drew?
There we go, Julie.
Julie?
Yeah.
You're 24.
Yes. My mom just did that with the Will Call, too, at Universal Empathy.
Oh, let me tell you something. If I had when I'm in charge, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
With this Will Call booze? I'm just going to lock the door from the outside. I'm going to put a chair, and I'm just going to fill it with gasoline and throw a cigarette through that little crack at the front.
And
just
actually,
torch the entire place.
I thought the Universal Amphitheater was reprehensible until we had a big event somewhere else.
Oh, yeah?
Like the pond.
Yeah, It's just a bunch of mistrusting people, and you can have some guy show up in a pair of $400 loafers and an Armani suit, talking on a cell phone, talking about being someone's agent, and they're like, they don't care. You could be wearing a bib overalls and chewing pork fat, and they treat you the same. I mean, it doesn't matter.
And they send you back to the same one, they don't remember who you are.
Listen, only retards work at Will Call. They'll not hire anybody of average intelligence.
Maybe that's the case.
Oh,
What's going on, Julie?
I read in the Dr. Drew and Adam book about herpes. There was a question about what if a married couple had herpes, and you said you'd never seen it in a clinical setting. Well, both my husband and I have herpes, and I think that I got it from him, but I'm the only one who ever has symptoms.
What do you mean you've never seen it in a clinical setting, Drew?
I don't know what that means because I have seen it.
Oh, that's what you wrote in the book. You
I don't remember that.
Somebody asked the question, you said you'd never seen it in a clinical setting.
Well, Drew and I wrote the book 22 years ago now, so a lot of time has passed.
Okay, well, I have seen it. What's the question?
Right. The question is, it did complicate my childbirth, like you said. So my doctors all know that I have it, but I had never known that there was a higher risk of cervical cancer. They've never said anything. What do I need to get? Like, is yearly pap smears enough, or do I need to go more often? Or
probably yearly is enough, unless you have some abnormality of the cells. And you also need to be tested for the wart virus. There's some evidence that that's more significantly the culprit in causing the cervical cancer. But regular, intensive, appropriate screening is the way to deal with it.
Steven?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's up?
Adam, I have the utmost respect for you, and same to you, Dr. Drew.
Wow,
thank you, Steven.
Thanks.
I've had problem orgasms. I've never orgasmed. When I was 12, I actually walked in on my parents.
Right.
My mom performing oral sex on my dad.
When you were
and they actually...
When you were 12?
Huh?
When you were 12?
Yeah.
Nothing before that?
Huh?
Nothing before that?
No.
You just walked in on them? Where were they?
Yeah, I was actually... We had a 2-story house. I was upstairs, supposed to be sleeping, and I went downstairs to ask them something, and they were in the living room.
All right.
How'd they deal with it?
They actually hadn't said anything to me, and we haven't said anything about it.
Well, did they know that you saw them?
Yeah, my dad was kind of facing me.
And he didn't. They didn't talk to you about it or say anything?
No.
Oh, it's a shame.
Well, what do you want?
No, but that's an opportunity to prevent this kind of thing from happening, where it's so anxiety-provoking and how they charge for him. The parents.
Hey, he's 12, please. You can't get over that?
No, you can. That's right. But the parents really are instrumental in helping a kid get over that.
Yeah, but don't you think the talk is weirder?
It could be. It depends how the parents handle it.
I mean, like if I was 12 and my dad, came up to me and said, Mommy loves Daddy very much, and Daddy loves Mommy very much, and what you saw was an expression of how much Daddy loves. I'd be like halfway to be like, oh yeah, it's cool, Dad. Whatever, just concentrate on the road. Just drop me off here. I'll make it to school. Son, we're still 4 miles. So that's all right. I'm gonna walk in. You know what I mean? I mean, would you really want to sit down? Oh, your dad?
But it depends.
It cost me a nickel back in 1932 to get oral sex. Your mother wants 55 cents. All right, Steven?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the reason you're having whatever troubles you're having.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What is the trouble you're having exactly?
Whenever I masturbate, or I've actually had my ex-girlfriend perform oral sex on me, I can't reach a climax whatsoever.
So no matter what, you don't orgasm. Do you orgasm nocturnally at night?
No.
And never done it masturbating?
Never.
Do you have erections in the morning when you wake up?
Yeah.
But you never have an emission?
Mm-mm.
And have never had?
Never. On very rare occasions, I can work up just maybe a droplet of pre-cum. That's it.
Well, maybe. How's your sort of puberty? Your normal hair growth and that sort of thing?
That's going good.
Everything's
fine. Yeah.
Normal, appropriate for your age?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It seems to me this probably ought to be evaluated medically.
Yeah, I wouldn't...
I would not blame this all on the little mishap.
No. Everyone's seen something, and that doesn't get in the way.
Nocturnal emissions and the whole bit's all shut down, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you'd think by 16, if he hadn't been able to coax it out himself, God would have given him a reach around in his sleep. That's how I prefer to think of nocturnal emission.
I understand.
The Almighty coming down, giving you a nice reach around.
Does it have to be from behind?
God works in mysterious ways, Drew.
I see. You can't be seen, of course. That's right.
That's right. All right. We're going to take ourselves a little break. When we come back, I'll explain the rest of the Bible after this.
What's up?
LoveLine will be right back.
This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio 100.7 The Buzz. This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio 100.7 The Buzz.
All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a huge event, and it's and I'm going to say all will call and security free, and I'm going to have them all show up, and I'm going to burn them. Nice. I'm going to dump molten lead from the top of the stadium on all of them. Just kill them. Katrina?
Yes?
You're 18?
Yes.
You want to give your boyfriend a romantic birthday present,
Yeah.
but he's shy?
Kind of. And I don't really want to ask him what his ideal night would be because I want to surprise him.
How about letting him bang your sister?
Are you?
That's really the ideal.
Are you?
That is the ideal.
Sister.
Well, even better.
Are you sexually active with him?
I'm sorry, with my boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yes, we've been for almost a year.
Uh-huh. So he's over that. Does he like the oral sex?
Yeah, he really likes that a lot.
All right.
I know he likes that, but
We're getting warm.
I didn't know. I want him to remember this forever. You know, I want to do something more than that.
Well, I'll guarantee he'll remember it till his next one. I mean, that's not a bad place to start, is it? All right. So listen, you want to do all that. You know, there's all that, like, leave trail of rose petals to the bedroom and all that other nonsense.
Guys aren't interested in that.
And let me say something, guys, and let me say something, girls.
Uh-huh.
Guys aren't interested in romantic. Girls are. And your job as a guy is to figure out what chicks want and give it to them for their birthday. And we don't say enough of this, and society doesn't say enough of this, because chicks do the romantic thing right back to guys, and guys could care less. Your job once a year is to figure out what guys actually want, not just say agree with you that they want,
or do what you would
want,
want
to them,
or give them what you would want.
No,
both
give
sexes,
them what they would want.
Yeah, both sexes need not do what they would want.
Here's what he wants. Here's what he wants. He wants his favorite food.
Mhm.
He wants his favorite dessert.
Mhm. Yeah.
He wants his favorite alcohol and/or drug. Does he smoke weed, or does he drink Heineken or whatever the hell he wants?
Corona. Yeah.
He wants his Corona. He wants his chicken enchiladas or whatever the hell he wants. He wants his dessert, and then he wants some oral sex, and he wants a good video rental that's of a kind of movie that he wants to see, where stuff blows up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What about that?
And a porn.
What can she do different as far as
a porn movie?
What can she do different as far as the oral sex?
Nothing. Just don't screw it up.
Well, but don't you think of him not having to ask for it or something along those lines?
Well, that's a given. She's going to do that.
Actually, here it is. Seem excited to do it and like you enjoy it.
Right, and like you enjoy it, and that you're not worried about your hair.
Yeah.
Listen, ladies, you take a guy, you make him his favorite meal, his favorite dessert, get him his favorite, beer, booze, or whatever he likes to drink, and rent him a movie that you would never let him rent while you guys were together. Sit there and watch with him, and then give him a little oral sex. Hey, man, that's it. Think about it, Drew. Think about that for a night. You know what I mean? I mean, would you?
I think the other thing,
do you want to? You know what I mean?
I think one of the things you're pointing out without saying though is taking being of service to him without him having to do anything. You know what I mean? Just let him just do nothing.
Right.
And the things that he likes just happen.
And do not thrust your and societal notions of romance on him.
No, it's a female notion.
With the candles, the rose petals, and the negligee. Just stick with the oral sex and the grub. Ashley?
Yes.
You're 15.
Last Monday, I was diagnosed. I have this funny virus, and it attacked my appendix, and I've lost 12 pounds since last Monday. Up from 120 to 108 pounds.
Is it called mesenteric lymphadenitis? Does that sound familiar?
They don't know what I have.
But is the term for what they think you have called mesenteric lymphadenitis?
No, they just said that my white blood cell count indicated that I had a virus, and the CT scan indicated that it attacked my appendix, and my mom didn't want to put me in the hospital. And how is the best way I can gain the weight back?
Why didn't she want to put you in the hospital?
I have this. Because they would put an IV in me, and every time they put IVs in me, I go into shock.
What do you mean you go into shock?
I'm, last time I was in the hospital, I had ankle surgery. They put the IV in me, and laying on the ground with my feet elevated above my heart, I went cold and clammy, my eyes rolled back into my head, my lips went blue, I started shaking, getting sweaty.
So you have this pronounced reaction to things being inside your blood system.
Yeah, and plus there's germs in the hospital. She went in to try and get me hydrated at home.
Well, that's why you're losing all that weight. Is because you've been vomiting or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all fluid. That's not fat. That's fluid. You've got to be hydrated.
You can't lose 12 pounds of fat.
No, you can't.
In a week.
No. And
all right, so what? Just drink a bunch of Gatorade?
Yeah, Gatorade is probably the best fluid. And if my concern is that it sounds like she has appendicitis, in fact. And I don't know what she's saying about a virus attacks your appendix. There's no such thing as a virus attacking the appendix. There's things attacking the lymph nodes in the region of the appendix. And, that's maybe what they're talking about.
All right, so drink a bunch of Gatorade, and if something goes wrong, go back to the hospital. Just tell them you don't want the IV.
Well, no, if she's going to need the IV possibly, and you have to prepare for the low blood pressure.
Do you have to get the IV when you go into the hospital?
Well, if she's volume depleted like this, that's what she would go for, yeah.
Meaning because every time she drinks something, she brings it back up?
Right.
All right.
Or can't keep enough down.
I'm going to deplete a little volume when I get home tonight, if you know what I'm saying.
Why should tonight be any different than any other night? Are you catching up for something?
Well, I was so traumatized by last night's yard dumpage and having to actually take a ladder and break into the upper floor of my house, my ass up to the window, and ironically enough, I broke in the bathroom and, slid on the toilet, through the window onto the toilet. The thing about windows when you break into a house, it's not like a window and then a cot mattress underneath it. It's a window and a toilet underneath it.
Sink.
Or sink, you're on top of some bathroom apparatus. Toilets were not... You know the thing about toilets, too? Let me tell you something about walking on toilets. Nah, I don't care. Screw it. Listen, no one's listening now. Toilets... Let me explain how toilets work. They're not good for walking on because they give you a false sense of security and there's no... boom, you're gone. Meaning, if you stand on a toilet seat, you'll be sturdy as a rock at Gibraltar, and then all of a sudden, the thing will slide off the thing, and you'll go ass over coffee table right into some tile.
Yeah.
But there's no creaking or anything. Right. It's not like, the seat's about to give way. I better take... Nuh-uh. And the lid of the toilet seat, same thing. You can put some pressure or something on that, and it'll be sturdy as a rock, then it'll slide right off. I mean... There's no creaking, there's no giving, there's no nothing. Stuff just snaps and breaks and pow.
Slides.
Your head's on the tile.
Take number 3 real quick.
All right, real quick.
Serena,
Yes.
19.
Hi.
What's up?
You put a tampon in and now you can't find it.
No.
What?
I woke up this morning and I'm on my period, so I put a tampon on, and around 4 o'clock when I went to the bathroom, I didn't have it anymore.
All right.
You want to recreate that one?
No. Oh, yes, I do, because the e-guitar just struck again. You put a tampon in and now you can't find it. No.
I'm on my period.
Stay with me now. Here's what happened. 8:46 a.m. Sunday morning. 9th of January, 2000. I put a tampon in. Later on that day, I go to the bathroom. About 4 in the afternoon. Can't find it. It's missing. Okay.
All right, listen, it happens all the time, and you should see your doctor. You need to see the doctor because it can put you at risk for toxic shock syndrome. What they do is tend to slide up into the fornix behind the cervix, and they're very hard to get. You have to actually visualize it to pull them out.
So how long do you have to get it out before you see the doctor?
You got 24 hours, and even then...
24 hours, and then to the doctor.
You got to get it out.
All right, we'll be back.
We about to get funky, yo.
Hit it! This is LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Oh, we'll be right back. This is LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
Well, now.
This has been LoveLine. The stuff expressed on LoveLine is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.